to one and all present over here. It's a privilege to welcome all the participants in today's webinar. And I'm sure most of the students who are sitting over here in today's gathering must be an aspirant of JEE or NEET or CLAT or any other competitive exam. But you must have seen with the rising number of applicants, the competition is getting tougher day by day. And thus it becomes very difficult for the aspirants to crack the exams with high scores. Now, what is the most important thing? The important thing is to devise a strategy in line with the strength and the weakness to stay ahead. And in today's webinar, the students will be briefed about different competitive exams, procedures, techniques to appear for these competitive exams, and also the importance of having goal and passion. We are lucky to have amongst us Mr. Praveen Kumar, an eminent industry, welcome sir, industry expert.
Thank you, Nakshi ma'am. Thank you for having me over here.
And who has been working towards connecting young minds to strive towards success and achievement. We are grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and becoming the speaker of today's gathering. Our chief guest doesn't need any introduction. He's a well-recognized figure. Mr. Praveen Kumar has a master's degree in mechanical engineering from Delhi University and has been transforming the teaching and learning process across the spectrum for more than 12 years. Mr. Kumar has been successful in managing and developing the e-learning courses and also has a vision to provide quality education to the Generation Z. And before I call upon sir to take over, I would request all the participants to keep themselves muted and switch off their video. Their queries will be dealt in the question and answer session. So without much delay, let me hand over the platform to sir. So it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Anakshi ma'am. Thank you, Mithu ma'am. Thank you for having me over here. It's always nice to interact with the students and understand what their thought process is and how we can work together to help them and do good in their lives. So a very good evening to everyone. I'll try not to bore you people, and this is not a speech. So this is a dialogue wherein you people can interact with me. You can ask whatever queries you are having, right? My preferred mode of communication would be English, but if in case you want me to use a bit of Hindi in between, you can, very honestly let me know. So dear students, as you all are very much aware, you are actually, I should say, the one who have actually bearing with this Corona thing, staying at home. These are some of the very, important years of your life. I mean, class 11th, class 12th, I personally feel are the most important years of one's life because the personality development that take place in these 2 years and the important role that school plays in doing that is somehow being missed out because of this corona. But in any ways, this is a universal phenomena. It's not that only you guys are suffering or a certain particular demography is suffering. So I can use the statement that online is the new normal. Okay. Now, some people say that schools are opening up, things are going to get better, people will start coming back to schools. Yes, we are eagerly waiting for it. But my dear students, you please agree to this one statement that online is the new normal. Now, when I say online, I am not trying to tell you that your schools will be online forever. No, I'm not saying that. Because then why I'm saying it? What is the reason why I'm saying that online is going to be the new normal in the days to come? See, you people have already taken a flare of online study, that your school is providing you with all the efforts of the faculty members. It was like overnight, all the faculty members have to leave the chalk and board and they have to come onto the digital board. People have really worked very, very hard to ensure that the studies go on. Right. I know that you people must be having some mixed responses. Some of you might feel that, nahi sir, maza nahi aaya class mein. Some of you might say, oh sir, I really enjoyed it. It is really comfortable. Some people may not switch on the camera at all. Some people do not interact at all in the online classes. So there is a mixed bag of things. Some people enjoy, some people do not enjoy. So I'm not here to discuss about that particular part. Okay. That who enjoys and who doesn't enjoy. I'm not advocating that you should always be doing online. So let's forget about that part. But yes, we need to agree to this particular part that online is the new normal, and that's what I'm trying to add on to. So online schooling is one that you have done. Now comes the online testing. See, I want all of you people to think over this part. How many people out of you wake up in the morning with a thought that today I will learn something new? आप लोग सुबह सो के उठे और आपने सोचा कि आज मैं कुछ नया सीखूंगा. How many people out of you have this kind of thought, right? So what happens is that, a lot of people just go for the normal. Okay, I have to wake up, I have to go to the school or maybe attend the online classes. But the thought of learning, accepting something new, or even the thought of learning something new doesn't come to us, right? Why? Why is it so? Because this is how our education system is. This is how we are being, doing things from the very beginning. But will it work? Will it work in the longer term? How many people out of you you really think that this is the way forward? No, it will not happen like that. As you all are aware that nowadays the testing, the exams that have been, you have appeared in, they are becoming online. The competitive exams, JEE mains, a very big exam, is online. In the days to come, NEET will be online, CLAT will be online, UPSC exams are going to be online. So online learning is not about just one mode. Online learning is the learning mode. And if you people are not having this thought that today I am going to learn something new, the thought of applying your information will never be there. This is one problem. Second problem is that this application now is, requiring another medium, that is the online medium. So you people are facing two problems right now. I am reiterating those things so that you people can understand my point. Point number one, we are not waking up with a thought that today I will learn something new, which basically means that I am not applicative. I am just learning the things, but I'm not thinking of applying that part. Problem number one. Problem number two, that if you think of applying, the very first stage that you get is an exam where you apply this knowledge and then you take it to your daily life. So when you talk about these exams are getting what? These exams are becoming online. So now there is a new medium in which you have to apply your gained knowledge. Are you getting my point? So there are two challenges. One is we are not applying. Second is if we have to apply, we require a new medium, right? Now, let us understand the challenges one by one. The first challenge, we are not applying. Let me give you some common examples to, so that you may understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, how many people know about the company Apple? Are all of you aware about the company Apple, or somebody is not, somebody is unaware? Yeah, so I'm getting a hand raised by almost everyone, right? Okay. So everybody is aware of what this company Apple. So I hope all of you know that every year they are coming out with a new model of the phone. Every year, you have iPhone 11, you have iPhone X, you have iPhone 12. Now the people are talking about iPhone 13, right? So can you tell me who exactly is designing these new models? You will say, sir, must be the engineers. Who else? The engineers are designing these phones, so who else is designing? Now, my dear friends, how much time does these engineers get to design this new phone? Only 1 year. So what I'm trying to tell you by this, tell me one thing, how many people out of you have seen iPhone 13? This is, sir, iPhone 13. Sir, iPhone 12 is in the market. iPhone 13 is not yet launched. How come we can see it? So my point is exactly nobody has seen that phone. So similarly, the engineer who's designing it has also not seen it. So you have to bring something which is very, very new to the world, and that too in 1 year. So you've got very small amount of time to do all this, which means when you go to your daily, your professional life, you will always be under a time stress. See, that is why all the exams you are giving are having a time allotted, right? In the board exams, they say 3 hours, right? Maybe in your unit test, you may get 1 hour, or maybe you get 30 minutes. There is always a time stress. You will never get infinite amount of time to, tell people that, yes, you will not get infinite amount of time to apply. Suppose if I say that I want to build a phone, but it might take some time. You'll ask me, sir, how much time? I'll say some time. How much time, sir? Some time. You'll say, forget about it. He is not going to give us any phone. Isn't it? When you want some gift from your parents, suppose your parents say, okay, we'll go to holidays this summer. I'll say, when? This summer? No, which date? We'll go someday. No, which date? You are asking always, very particular about the date and the time and the place where you're going, isn't it? This is how it happens. So the actual world always requires things to be done under a time stress, a time frame, a time limit, an allotted time. This is how it happens. Agreed? Now, when you are talking about any particular exam, you have two options. One is that you have certain questions for which you are going to write down the answers, or the second online option that is coming up now, wherein you are filling up some bubbles, or maybe, clicking up some answers, maybe option A, B, C, D, whatever may be the mode. But don't you think you require 3 basic things? Now, what are those 3 basic things? First, you have to read the question very quickly. So you require fast reading. You have to analyze the question very quickly. So fast analysis. You have to solve the question, all that part very quickly. So you need to have a fast calculation. So fast reading, fast analysis, and fast calculation, right? These are the 3 things which you require for any exam. I'm talking about any exam. I am not talking about any competitive exam right now. I'm just talking about any exam. I hope you guys are agreeing with me. If you are agreeing with me, you can give a hand raise. Fast reading, fast analysis, fast calculation. These are the 3 most important things that you require, right? Agreed. I got a lot of hand raises. Right? Great. Now, what happens is that we all are developing a skill. You all develop a skill. You all are very good students. You all are meritorious students. You all have this particular ability to, analyze, read, calculate. Fine. But when it comes to a competitive exam, what basically happens? People try to intimidate you by telling, oh, there is a big competition. The competition is very strong. There are lakhs of people who are sitting, a minuscule number of seats are there. It's very difficult and all those things. Do I want to go against these people? No, I don't want to go against these people. What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to tell you? I want to ask you whether the exam or the competition is tough or is it easy? I just want to ask you that are people getting selected or not? If the people are getting selected, give me a hand raise. People are getting selected or not? Right? People are getting selected. Who are these people? Very good. Who are these people? These are the students like you. So now what is the difference between you and these students? Let us discuss this part. What is the basic problem that any child faces while preparing for any competitive exam? See, I am not intending to make everybody an engineer. I am not intending to make everybody a doctor. I am not intending to make everybody a lawyer. I am not intending anything. I am not imposing anything. You do whatever you like. But, this fighting with the time stress will always be there. Okay. So currently, when we are talking about this time stress, what is the problem that normally the students face? I'm talking about two problems. You tell me whether you will be facing that, you are facing that or not. Problem number one, how to balance school and your coaching. Tell me, how many people agree with me that it is a big problem? How to balance school with coaching? I've got more than 304 participants over here. So I want a huge number of hand raises because I think this is the biggest problem. Yeah. So I've got 100 plus hand raises over here. That's very good. It should have been more than 300. But anyways, yeah, please keep raising your hands. Fantastic. Okay, it has crossed 160. Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now I would like to know from you guys that if you know the problem, and the problem is balancing between the school and coaching, right? How many people out of you actually went to someone to get the answer? How many people out of you actually went to someone? You went to your parent, you went to your school teacher, you went to, some elder brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt, somebody who's successful. How many out of you actually went out all by yourself and asked, what is the solution to this problem? Should I balance between school and coaching? I would like to see the hand raises. Till now, only 34 students have done it. 36, 37, 43, 50, 60, 75, 80. Wow, the number is going very fast. 100, 100, 16, 18, 20. Okay, 130. Good, good. Numbers are increasing. Didn't touch 140. Anyways, oh, it touched 140. Great. So there are 140 people who actually have agreed. See, when you say you went to somebody, it basically means that you agree that balance between school and coaching is a big trouble. Okay. Now, second one. Even if you know how to balance, there is one challenge that you face, and that challenge is actually the synchronization of the syllabus which is going on in school and what is going on in your coaching or in your tuition or in your self-study mode, some test series you might have done, whatever. So is there an issue with the synchronization of syllabus between the school and elsewhere? How many people think, yes, that is also a problem? See, those who are not getting my point, let me repeat. When I say school and coaching, what I mean to say, see, 6 hours of school, then say 3 hours of coaching or tuition, 9 hours. So studying 9 hours every day is not an easy task, right? Nobody loves it. How many people now let's take a honest poll. Let me see how many students are honest over here. How many people love to study 9 hours a day? Please listen to me very carefully. I'm asking, how many people love to study 9 hours a day? Huh? Yes. Great. Nakshi ma'am, Mithu ma'am, let me congratulate you. If Umesh sir is also on the call, let me congratulate
Yes,
him.
yes.
I think this is the first school where more than 50 students are saying that they love to study 9 hours a day. You believe you me, I can give it in writing that you will have a minimum of 50 top ranking professionals moving out of your school. So I think we should have a clap for all the students, those who have raised their hands. It's very good. Normally, whenever I ask this thing in a common platform, I only get a big silence. Nobody wants to answer this because people don't love. But anyway, still a good number of students, almost 67, 68 people have raised their hand saying that they love to study. So out of 313, 67 people are saying like that. So which means around 20%. So 80% of the students still feel that no, sir, it is not something to be loved at. We are doing out of, what to tell you, sir, my story is very different. I don't want to study 9 hours a day, but what to do? I have to make my career. Everybody tells me it is very, very important and all like that. Okay. So one thing is this 6 plus 3 or 6 plus 4 thing. Different. If the chapters are different, if the tests are different, the schedule is different, right? So now what happens? In such a case, it's like, there's a proverb in Hindi, Karela upar se neem chadha, right? So which means a double whammy. One is I have to balance. Secondly, the synchronization is altogether different. My God, if I study something in school and I study the same thing in my coaching the very same day, yes, it's good. You can enjoy that part. You're more confident. You can actually, reply to the questions. You can raise your queries. You can do good in your test. But what if two different topics at the same time? My God, that's a problem. That's a big problem, right? So what happens because of these two big problems? Most of the students get demotivated. They feel competition is not their cup of tea, point number one. Or they may feel that, okay, well, we'll do one thing, we'll take a drop after 12th. After 12th, we will do it. After 12th class, we will do it, but not now. This is not the right time for us to do. Okay, now suppose you are asking the same question to me. Suppose you are asking the same question to me. How many people are interested to know a simple solution to this? How many people are interested to know a simple solution? Now, this time I would want 100% people to raise their hands if they are really interested. And I'm saying I'll give you a simple solution. I will not give you a difficult solution, a very simple solution. Still to cross 200, we have got 300 plus students over here. See, I'm telling you, I'll give you a very simple solution. But anyways, for this question, I've got the maximum hand raises till now. It's 213. Still 100 students, I think they've just logged in. They think this is another, what do you say, online class? Oh, it's going high. It's 225 now. 229, 230. Okay, touch 30, 34. Good. So people are, the more hand raises I get, I mean, we all, it's a proof that we all are going in the right direction, my dear friends. If I get a hand raise from 100% of the students, it is a proof that we all are going in the right direction. And we all are passionate to get the answer of this. Okay, great. Still 230, 232 is a very good number. Okay, now, so what is the solution to it? See, my dear students, I have been into this field for the last 22 years, right? When it comes to online education in the country, there are certain firsts that are attached with me. I was involved with the team, which was the first one to start these virtual classrooms in the country. I was the first one who was involved in virtual classrooms in other countries, right? And for the last 22 years, I have been working with this competitive examination field. I mean, I'm in the test prep field, work with some of the reputed organizations. What I've observed is in all these 22 years, I have understood the psychology of examiners. You know, what is the psychology of examiner? They do not want you to be somebody like, Avengers. They don't want you to be an Iron Man. They don't want you to be a Captain America. They don't want any superpowers inside. So what do they want? What exactly do they want? There, and believe you me, I've been sitting with a lot of people at IITs, top medical colleges, law colleges, MBA colleges. I've been, meeting a lot of people, a lot of, people who actually want to change the shape of education in our country. Those who are hardcore professionals having 30, 40 years of experience, not only from India, but from Singapore, from America, from Canada, Australia. A lot of people I've sat with, what exactly they say? They say very simple thing. They say, we don't want superhumans. We want students who are studying at least the basic books. I said, what do you mean by basic books? They say, for example, if you are a student of CBSE board, at least you should have done NCERT. At least you should have done NCERT. I said, yes. Then I say, but there are a lot of competitive exams in the country where they ask a lot of things, and these coaching institutes are not talking about NCERT. They are saying that, we have our own study material, and, you have to take the help of some very thick reference books, and then you have to study a lot, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and whatnot. So automatically, when you tell all these things to a child, the child will get intimidated and they will feel that, oh my God, this is a superhuman job. They say, no, this is not the fact. So then what I did was, I said, I'm getting two different opinions from people. So I started researching on my own. What I did was, I picked up the question papers of last 6 years, starting 2015. I picked up the question papers starting 2016. I picked up the papers for this medical entrance exam, engineering entrance exam, law entrance exams, right? NDA, all these competitive exams that happen, post your class 12th. And then what I tried to do was, I tried to link those questions with the source of information. I mean, say one question is being asked, from where this question has been asked. So what I realized, that I was able to connect all these questions with your NCERT books. Believe you me, all the questions were having a link to the NCERT book. But yes, there is a catch. The catch is, they will not ask statements like, if suppose it is written in the NCERT, oranges are orange in color. So they will not ask, oranges are dash in color in the competitive exam. They are not going to ask it like this. The language changes. The time stress is there. The calculation is tricky. The approach to a question becomes slightly tricky, not very tricky, but slightly tricky. So most of the students don't realize that these exams are having negative marking. So instead of getting some positive marks, they get negative marks. Point number one. Point number two, that students are not able to complete the question paper. Why? Because in the board exams, they are asking 30 questions in 3 hours. But in NEET exam, they are asking 180 questions in 3 hours. So how to read those 180 questions? Now, JEE means, though they are saying 90 questions, but you have to solve 75, but they are asking 90 questions. So how? How is it possible for you to, solve those 75 questions in 3 hours? So the problem is that the source is NCERT, but when they ask the question, they make the questions a bit tricky and under a given time stress. So now there are two problems, my dear students, which you face and which is the solution to the part that I told you. Those who have joined us right now, let me just reiterate. There are two basic problems that every student is facing. One, that we have to balance between the school and coaching. Second, there is no synchronization between what goes in school and what goes in coaching. Now, for these two problems, most of the students either take a drop or they do not prepare. Fine. So I am telling you a solution of this. Now, for this solution, how I worked was I researched the question papers of the various competitive exams. What was the finding? The finding was that these exams are asking the questions directly from the NCERT book, but after some twist, adding some time stress, adding some negative marking element. Okay, fine. So now what should we do? What is the way out then? This we have realized that it is from NCERT, but then what is the way out? So the way out is a regular online testing. Maybe when the school opens, you can give a pen and paper test also. But the idea is to have a regular testing on a platform which is similar to the competitive exams. But the syllabus is the same that you have already done in school. I repeat, regular testing, which is objective type, which is under a time stress, but from the same syllabus which you have done in school. So you don't require anything else. You don't require any coaching for it. You have read your NCERT book. You have been taught in the school. You have done your homework, solved the in-chapter exercise, the back exercise, and you give the test. That's it. That's it. With the help of this, you will be able to understand that what kind of questions can be created from this NCERT book and how you have to solve them in a given time frame. So if, believe you me, if you are solving even one paper every week, which is a NCERT based competitive pattern objective test, NCERT based competitive level objective test, then believe you me, my dear friends, you will be able to understand the psychology of the teacher, the examiner. You will be able to understand your NCERT very well, and you will be able to crack the exam. See, I'm not saying that it will be ranking number one. Okay, I'm not showing you some fake dreams. I'm not doing anything like that. To be number one, you require some, to have a very, very high level of passion. You should be very, very passionate about it. But everybody doesn't have that passion, and there's no problem with this. There's no problem if you don't have a passion. There's no problem if you don't have an interest. There's no problem if you think, should I start today? No problem. The idea is that you need to start. When you start, the interest may come. When you start loving it. When you start, the passion may come. But you need to start. Now you'll ask me, sir, okay, fine, we have agreed. We have agreed that we have to balance between school and coaching. We have to synchronize with the school studies. For that, we have to give the test. But what is the proof of what you are saying? How do we agree to this? You are saying, okay, every day somebody is coming and giving us some gyan. Whom should we listen to? How do we believe that what you are saying is right? So your sister school only, that is DPS Ruby Park. We have been doing this testing over there for last 5 years or so, right? Believe you me, from that school, in one given year, when we started, we had somewhere around 90 plus people who cleared JEE mains exam. The very next year, we got 160 plus students who cleared the JEE mains exam. And the number of people who were clearing the WBJ exam was much, much higher, right? The number of people who were getting the NTSC exam cracked was very high. So the point is, we are not telling you to get into, some sort of very extensive thing. We are just saying, study your NCERT book, follow what is being taught in the school, take down the notes from your class teacher, and just give an online test. That's it. I mean, by online, I don't mean that it should be only online, but yes, it is an objective test currently, because things are such. I would recommend an online test. Going forward also, it will always be good for you to give an online test, because believe you me, maybe in 2 to 3 years, you will find that all the tests will become online. All the tests will become online. I'm not talking about boards, but I'm talking about all the competitive exams. They all will become online. The first challenge was, can we hold an online test for more than 10 lakh students? JEE mains have already done it. So now they know, the national testing agencies know that yes, we can do it. So believe you me, they'll be converting every test into online stuff. Okay, the processing time is less, you get your results very fast, right? And you can be given multiple chances to attempt the paper. Like JEE mains gives you 4 or 5 attempts, right? Nowadays 4 only. There are 4 phases, right? So this is the basic thing which I wanted to share with you. The problem that we are facing is, we are not able to, pick up this competitive exam stuff. We are not getting some interest into it. We feel that we are left out, but this testing will actually help you get back, start afresh, and feel more confident. The only thing is that all you people have to take it very, very seriously. Okay, I hope the school authorities have already told you, fine, that it is only for the purpose of enhancing your academic level. Fine, it is a support being given to you, and I think it is a very good move by the authorities, by the principal sir, by all the teachers, to help you out in this particular mode. My aim was to tell you what is the problem area and what is the solution for it. So I've told you what is the problem, I've given you the solution, and I wish that all you people may take these exams very, very seriously. Don't worry about sir, how will we prepare and all those things. Slowly and steadily you will learn all those things. They're very, very good teachers that you have in your school. They'll support you in each and everything. You people can raise your doubts also to your teachers, and it will be a regular thing. You will be having your syllabus being done in the class, in the school, and for the coming week you will be having a test based on whatever you have done. So that is the modus operandi, right? So with this, Mithu ma'am, Akshi ma'am, I'm done. If there are any questions that students are having, they can tell. I have given them a very, very simple way of getting into this competitive world. And with the support and help from you people, I'm really sure that these students will do wonders in the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. Now we may ask those students. Some students, I can see that they have raised their hands. If you have any query, students, let's have a question and answer session. Those who have any query, they may raise their hand. I can see Shoporno has been raising his hand for a long time. And before that, there is one student's feedback form is also there, if you can see that. Children, you are being requested to fill it. And Shoporno.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am, I wanted to say that I do not.
Shoporno, kindly switch on your video. Switch on your video if it's possible for you to switch on your video.
Okay, ma'am, please wait. I'm switching on. Ma'am, I am saying that sometimes there are some concepts which are not given in NCERT books, like certain concepts of projectile motion on an inclined plane are not given in the NCERT books, but they are some of the most difficult concepts whose questions are asked in JEE. So like I would want to ask sir, like how would we prepare for such concepts?
See, Shoparno, it's a good question that you are asking, that many a times you feel that the concepts are not given in the NCERT book and they are being asked in the JEE Mains exam. Yes, I agree, but this number that when you are saying that some questions, some means out of 25 there will be hardly one or two question which would be like this. The problem is because of this one or two questions, you get intimidated and you don't prepare for the rest of the 23. See, to get into a good college with a good branch, you are not supposed to solve to mark all the 25 correct. Even if out of 25 you mark 22, 23, you still will be among the toppers. Okay, so this thing that everything is not being covered. See, as I told you in the very first, in the beginning, I gave you an example of Apple iPhone, right? Many a times you have to apply things on your own. This is a starting stage of yours. You are in class 9th right now. You start learning, and slowly when you get into applying all these concepts, you will feel that, oh no, it is given in the NCERT. It is given in the form of a solved example. But maybe I was not able to understand that, this is how we can apply it. So it happens. But yes, I'm really happy that you are aware of this part. So Shoparno, I hope you got the answer to your question, that you just need to keep pushing and don't worry about one or two odd questions which may come out of syllabus. Don't worry about that part. That is not going to stop you from getting into good engineering college, even say IITs. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Now I can see more hands. Karan Deo Burnwan.
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly switch on your video.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Karan. Please ask, Karan. Just
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So I wanted to ask that the question that support is not a particular always some topic present in the NCERT. And as for the topic of projectile motion as we can actually solve the question during the exam from the basics, but there is not so much time so that we get a new question and we can think on that, we can act on that. And if you're telling on skipping such questions, then there are a lot of topics which have to be left out there.
No. Karan, I think you got me wrong. What I'm saying is that if you get intimidated by such concepts to start with, you will never start. Okay, my point is you should make a start. If currently you are unable to solve a question, it does not mean that in your long preparation, you will not get the information to solve it. See what happens when you are solving a paper and you have already solved 85 to 90% of the paper. Believe you me, if you are left out with 10% of the paper and say 30 minutes, 40 minutes to solve, you are so confident that you will be able to solve the rest of it. Right? So what happens is that it is a slow and steady process. The problem with the students is that they want to solve the highest level question from day one. There's no need of it. You don't want, there's no point going for it. Because what you are thinking is very difficult right now might not be very difficult in the days to come. Maybe after a year or so, when you get such questions in your test, in your school, and your teachers tell you that, see, this is how it can be easily solved, then you would realize, oh, okay, at that point of time, I thought it was very difficult, but now it is not. The only problem is that you people get prejudiced that, no, this is very tough. No, this is out of syllabus. No, I have to do so many things. See, every year, believe you me, there are a huge number of people who are getting selections. The only problem is that we are always going with the poster boys. Rank 1, rank 2, rank 1, rank 2. See, I'm not saying that you should not be a rank 1, rank 2. You should be, but you cannot start your journey like that. You have to start your journey with the thought of applying your knowledge in a given amount of time. And it comes with age. Slowly and steadily, you keep on going and you keep on learning. And believe you me, if you just follow this one rule, you will not have to leave any question. But yes, there are other factors also. As I'm telling you, you need to be a fast reader. You need to analyze it faster. You need to avoid silly mistake. Many a times when you try to solve a question in Zephy, what happens? 2 into 2 is 5. Silly mistake. So there are a lot of things which you require to actually fare good in those 3 hours in the ultimate exam. And that is why the school is trying to arrange it for you so that you don't have to leave out anything in the days. Okay. So I hope, Karan, you got the answer to your question.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Next is Ojas. Ojas Raj.
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask that just now sir said to Suparno that we need to follow NCERT, but in NCERT some of the advanced concepts are not given. So no, no you said that some of the concepts is having problems. So I want to ask that means you said that 1 or 2 question will not matter the studies. So even 1 and 2 marks matters in means if some students is less than 1 marks, then he may not able to pass IIT.
No, Ojas, again, I think I have to reiterate the same point. What Shoparno asked, what Karan asked, what you are asking is one and the same thing. You tell me one thing. When we prepare for an exam, you must have given a lot of exam Ojas in your school also, right? Is everybody getting 100 marks out of 100 in every exam? No. So some marks are cut. So should they stop studying? Should they stop studying because you are not getting 100? No. This is a big problem. I'm getting only 98, sir. 2 marks are left. My God. Still you study. Are you getting my point? So when you start studying, you don't take it in writing from the teachers. Ma'am, I am studying. You have to give it to me in writing that I will get 100% marks. Otherwise, I will not study. Do you do like this? No, you don't do like this, right? You start slowly, right? You start going up, you get 80s, 85s, 90, 95, 96, 97, some more hard work, you get 98, more hard work, you get 99, and then finally, oh, one day you get 100. This is how it happens. What all I'm trying to tell you is that when you are preparing for your competitive exam, why do you want a guarantee from me? No, sir, you tell me. Right now, I should be able to solve all the questions right now. Why do you want a guarantee right now? All I'm trying to say is just start. When you will start, today you might not be getting 100 out of 100, but in the days to come, you will get, which means if today you are not getting to all the 25 questions correct, tomorrow you will get, but you should not stop your work with this thought that no, sir, I am not able to solve all the 25. I should stop studying right now. Is that a point? Is it a right point, Ojas? Got it? You got my point, what I've been saying? So my point is just start, make a start. And slowly and steadily, you will be able to solve all the 25 questions. Okay? Clear?
Sir, I have another question.
Great.
Sir, it is said that ICSE is a bit advanced than CBSE. So in IIT, the syllabus is concentrated from, is it the syllabus of CBSE or ICSE?
Okay. Or just let me ask you one very simple thing, and I think that will help you understand. Please, if you allow me, Enakshi ma'am, Mithu ma'am, if you allow me, can I ask a question to Ojas?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So Ojas, I hope whatever I'm asking is covered in ICSE as well as CBSE as well as in all the boards across the country, right? So a very basic thing. which I know that you must have done. You know about states of matter?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How many states of matter are there?
Sir, normally it is 3 and it is 5.
Fine. Normally it is 3. Let's not go to plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. So this thing must have been studied by the CBSE student, ICSE, West Bengal board, Haryana, Gujarat, MP, all boards. Everybody must have done. Okay. Now you tell me why there are only 3. What is the reason for only 3? And you also need to tell me whether it is this question that I'm asking is from the syllabus, out of the syllabus, very difficult, very easy. Please let me. Yeah, tell me. You must have studied in class 6th.
Yes, sir.
Your teacher has told you, sir, God made only 3. Huh? Mahatma Gandhi said there will be 3 states of matter. All these answers are wrong. Right? So what is it that I'm trying to tell? Ojas, I'm not trying to, mock you, my dear friend. All I'm trying to tell you is no board is good, no board is bad. This is good or this is bad. If you are able to apply, every board is good. Students from every board are getting into IITs and medical colleges. None of them are left out, right? Do you know this part? After English and Hindi, the maximum percentage of students aspiring for the JEE exams are from Gujarat and West Bengal. Okay. So there is a paper in Gujarati language, right? You please just check once the level of education in Gujarat, you will be surprised. And still people are getting selected. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the picture that you have painted for getting into JEE or advanced is not right. It is not right, beta. It is not about knowing thousands of concepts. It's all about knowing the basics and able to apply. I told you my research. What was my research? That all these papers are coming from NCERT. But you have already painted a picture. No, sir. NCERT, you will not be able to solve it. So my advice is unlearn this particular stuff. You have learned that it is very tough. I'm saying unlearn it. Forget about it. Forget about the difficulty level. Just start afresh. Have faith in your school teachers. They are one of the best in the country. They'll give you all the best, guidance. And now they are helping you out in this testing also, right? It will solve all those things. Just follow your school teachers. Okay? Right, Ojas? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next is Akshat. Akshat, are you there in the room? Yes, Akshat.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for recognizing me, ma'am. Sir, I was asking that I'm a CLAT aspirant, and we have subjects like legal reasoning, logical reasoning, VR, and these topics. I cannot see a coherency between NCERT books and these topics. So how will I?
Why do you need an NCERT book for logical reasoning?
So, but like legal
Is
reasoning
logical, you tell me, is logical reasoning a subject or is it an ability?
So it is an ability, but some concepts of verbal reasoning, sir,
They are not the concepts of verbal reasoning. They are not the concepts. They are the type of questions that you're talking about, right? So you don't have to look them into a book. You have to practice them in the test. And then you have to practice solving them in a smallest possible amount of time. So for you, Akshat, again, I'm saying this testing is imperative. You have to do this testing on a weekly basis, right? So don't, if you want to buy a book on that, you can always buy a book. No issues with that part. For the type of question, I really don't think that you need to even buy a book. Go to Google, just write down the type of questions of VR, type the questions of LR, and see what type of, you'll get everything on the internet. They'll give you the type of questions with an example. Fine, you just keep on repeating those. You'll be getting also questions in the test series over here. So that will solve the purpose, right?
Okay, thank you, sir. We'll have one or two questions, participants more. We can see that there is Anurag Chattopadhyay of class 12. So Anurag, if you are ready with your question, please switch on your video and ask the question. Anurag?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sir, first of all, good evening.
Hi,
So
Anurag.
I'd like to ask a simple question that I agree with you that we should study NCERT, but how should we study it? Because there are so many board toppers in our country, but not all of them score that well in competitive exams.
Fantastic question, Anurag. Thanks to you, beta. Thanks to you.
Thank
You
you,
have
sir.
asked the best question of the day. I'm telling you, best question. Believe you, Enakshi ma'am, Mithu ma'am, this question people don't ask. They never ask how to study. That is the problem. So Anurag, I'll love to answer this question. See, books are something that we need to read and interpret, right?
Yes.
You may read Ramayana and you may make Rama a hero, or you may make Hanumana a hero. You may make Bali a hero. There are some intelligent people who can make Ramana a hero as well.
Yes.
Okay? You read a book and you interpret it out. Now, when you talk about NCERT book, the idea is to understand that the concepts that they are telling you, how those concepts are being related to the questions that have been asked in the past year exams. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to take the previous year question. Which exam are you preparing for, Anurag?
JEE.
Sorry?
JEE,
JEE.
engineering.
Very good. So, and you're in class 12, right?
Yes, sir.
So let us pick up the chapter electrochemistry for reference purpose. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you pick up the past year questions of electrochemistry. Just tick mark all those questions which are of electrochemistry in say last 5 years, whatever number of papers you have. Okay.
Yes.
Now give them a serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay. Then just collect them up that the questions can be either from galvanic cell, they can be from say electrochemistry, say electrochemical series, Nernst equation, Faraday's law of electrolysis, they can be from Colrosh law, right? They can be from conductometric titrations. Now, the same question, so say you pick up question number 1, open up your NCERT book and see where the related concept is given in the NCERT book.
It's basically mapping the previous paper question with the concepts.
Go to NCERT and one more thing, highlight that part, use 3 colored highlighter, say red, green, blue or red, green, yellow. Now, you have 3 types of problem in JEE: fact, numerical, conceptual. Okay.
Yes.
So just mark them out that this particular line in the NCERT is being asked as a factual question. This line is marked as a numerical question. This line is marked as a conceptual question, right? So now once you have done it, go through the whole chapter once again and you will observe that, oh my God, out of the 100% part that is given in the NCERT, they are asking only 40%. And I was worried. Right? So that way you are concising your
means basically we need to dig the book.
Exactly. You have to, but don't underline every line.
Also means we can't just read it from word by word. We have to understand what's lying underneath it.
No, that is fine. That is fine. But what is being asked? See, try to understand. Many a times in the zeal to study between the lines, we actually miss the big picture.
Yeah, yes.
Are you getting my point? So what I'm telling you is, see, at the end of the day, Anurag, there is a reason why you're doing something. Why you're reading NCERT? Because you have to crack the exam. So now you have to crack the exam, you don't have to have the mindset of a student. You need to have the mindset of the teacher.
Yes, sir.
To get the mindset of the teacher, you have to map the NCERT book.
Yes,
and believe you me, you do it for you. We can do a very simple experiment. It will not cost you anything. You pick up the paper of 2021, you pick up the paper of 2020, you pick up the paper of 2019. Okay. For these 3 years, on the basis of these 3 years, you do the mapping.
Yes.
And then once you do it, I can give it to you in writing. You pick up the paper of 2018, everything will be from your marked area. 207, 2017, in fact, 2017, 16, 15, 14, 13, all the days, all the years you can pick up, everything will be from what you have marked. It will not be asked from outside of that. And you know, those your juniors, Ojas and Choparno and Karan, what they were asking, this is the right answer to it. That once you get the confidence that yes, now I know from where the examiner is going to ask, you'll be able to easily crack. And believe
Means
me, beta,
basics are important to play on the field.
Exactly. You cannot be theoretical. You can't be a Sachin Tendulkar just by reading the books. You need to know what kind of balls are going to come, how I'm going to swing the bat, right? If you just blindly swing the bat, you'll be clean bowled on the very first ball. And that's what most people do. Believe you me, that's what most people do. And then you know what they say, oh my God, the bowler is very, he balls at a very high speed. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anurag, I hope it has solved your problem. We'll take one last question from anyone from a junior level, maybe. Chandrachud. I think Chandrachud is of class 9. Chandrachud?
Yes, sir. Sir, my doubt is that, sir, in
Chandrachud,
NCERT...
you are not visible. Chandrachud, you are not visible, child. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, in NCERT, sir, in school, some syllabus-binded topics are only done. Sir, for competitive exams, that topics only we have to learn, or the entire book we have to learn, sir, that topics that are not done in school?
Chandrachud, see, I think I've already answered this question earlier, but I'm just reiterating, beta. Right now, you please try to learn or read your NCERT book properly. Try to solve as many questions as you get in this online mode. Fine. Once you build a temperament for it, your teachers will teach those questions also in the class. Don't worry about it. Okay. So all those topics will be covered in the school itself. They will teach you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. So, ma'am, Inakshi ma'am, you can see all these 9th, 10th class students,
Yes, sir.
it goes into their head in the very early stage that it is very tough. NCERT is not sufficient. We need to do something else. And in their zeal to do something else, they forget about NCERT.
This is what the most important thing that you have been reiterating again and again, that they have to read the NCERT. You have to read the NCERT. I think we are done with enough questions. Now I would like the head girl of our school, Nandini Pandey, to speak a few words on her experience of today. Nandini, would you kindly switch on your video and speak? Nandini, are you there in the room? Yes, there she is. Nandini, unmute yourself, child.
Ma'am, actually the host had disabled the unmute option. That's
okay, no problem.
Greetings of a warm evening to one and all present here. It has definitely been a helpful and motivating session, and I hope everyone present here agrees to it. My sincere thanks to respected Praveen Kumar sir, who took out some of his time from his busy schedule to enlighten us and help us get closer to our goals. And I hope after this fruitful hour, we are way more closer to success with the belief that we'll not only perform our level best in our 10th and 12th board exams, but also in major and important national level examinations that lie ahead of us. These online test series would help participants get an extra edge, and it will also be beneficial for understanding the subject and the pattern. And this informative session today made us all aware regarding the questions and the marking scheme, which will definitely be advantageous to all of us. Amidst the pandemic crisis, our school is not only not leaving any stone unturned in making participants prepare, help, and familiarize us with all the questions that we'll be facing. Thanks to Praveen sir for highlighting the importance of this test series. As all good things come to an end in life, so is this webinar. Thanks to everyone for joining and have a good day ahead.
Thank you, Nandini. We'll have Akshat Khetan, the head boy, to express his gratitude towards Praveen sir. Akshat, yes. Akshat, are you able to unmute yourself, child? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
It gives me immense pleasure for proposing the vote of thanks for what has been a very intriguing and highly informative webinar. I would like to express our deep sense of gratitude to Mr. Praveen Kumar, our school management, and our principal, Sir Mr. Umesh Chandra Jaiswal, and all the other dignitaries who provided us this golden opportunity to be confident about our future and have a clarity of thought with regards to competitive exams. Thank you, sir, for clearing our doubts in a lucid manner and showing us the right path for success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear child. In fact, thanks to all you guys for listening to me for so long. I know I'm a very boring orator. So I hope that I've not bored you much, and God bless you all. And believe you me that you people are in very good hands, and your teachers are one of the best in the country, and they'll help you score best marks and get into some very good colleges. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for joining and letting us, the students, be enlightened. And it was nice to hear from you. And I must say that it's not boring at all. It's pleasure to listen to you, sir. And if the students, I may request, we couldn't reach to all the students and for their queries. If you can convey your queries to your subject teachers, we'll definitely pass on to Praveen sir. And I'm sure that he's going to guide us for that. Sure. Thank you, children, for joining. Thank you, principal sir, and other teachers who have joined the session. Thank you to the students. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe. Thank you, sir, again.
Thank you.